Hey Matt,
Matt, how you doing, sir?
good sir. How are you?
I'm good. Good. It's been a little bit. We're back on. Let's do it.
In a bit, just to do a quick update. What's going on in the industry this week? Some updates, some off-season updates with Nick Walker and
Yep.
Quentin. I can share my screen and we can kind of pop into some of these athletes and see what's going on. Um,
Yep. Off season is in full swing.
yes, we got show. It's a little bit slow now, but I think it's going to pick up. We got shows coming up here. Got the
Yep.
Brazil Arnold Classic Brazil. Um, so here we got Fabian. He's doing the Charlotte Pro Classic Physique, and you know this guy. I think he's going to do some damage based off how he's looking. He's saying he's eating 1,500 calories a day right now just to
Wait, wait,
help
which
get weight.
I can't even fathom. I mean, with all that muscle, how is
Yeah.
it only requiring 1500? Just
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that fat, I mean, depending on what he's doing for his diet, but yeah, that's extremely low. But even Chris Bumstead had to do 1,800 calories. He just had to eat like protein shakes and broccoli, like it was just to make weight. They actually lose
yeah,
muscle in the
yeah,
process.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
No,
really
exactly.
ideal. Yeah. So he's looking
But
good.
boy, this guy's etched though. Like, just look at the muscle
Yeah.
separation and stuff. I mean, just the lines are so on point with him.
Yeah.
Just yeah, you can almost get like your fingertip
Yeah.
in those lines there. That's
Yeah.
they're
He's got the old
deep.
school kind of classic lines and the detail that a lot of these
Yeah,
you, is missing in the open division in bodybuilding
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, yeah,
And it just goes to show that a lot of these guys aren't really pushing it for diet wise. Like this guy's doing 1,500 calories a day, right? And you start to see that etched out detail,
yeah, yeah.
and you just don't see a lot of that. He's
Again, quality over quantity, right? So I mean,
exactly. You saw it with Phil Heath.
1500 calories is
Yeah,
unheard of. So I
yeah.
mean, this is just phenomenal.
You saw it with Phil Heath. He had that etched out quality and detail to the muscle, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It's been missing though the last couple of years since
yeah,
Heath's departure.
yeah.
In my estimation. So
You
he's looking fantastic, I think.
I mean, Hadi Chupin's definitely got that look. He's got that detailed condition, and that's probably why he's Mr. Olympia right now.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, so uh, it's coming back. As the aesthetic look is coming back with Samson, but and Andrew Jacked and um, uh, Derek Lunsford. So
yeah, yeah. So pendulum might be swinging, man. Might be getting back to it, and I
and
think it's good for the sport, anyways. So I
oh, it's
like
great
it.
for the sport.
Yeah, I like it.
Speaking of
Oh, there you
aesthetics,
go.
or
Yeah, the opposite end
I'm
of
hard
the
on. I'm hard on.
pendulum.
I mean, I'm hard on Nick Walker. He's got a fantastic physique for his age and for how short of a career he's had. Um, you know, Sometimes like when he posts a picture like this, like, oh wait, his waist looks pretty small.
Yep.
It's about the angles, it's about how he
But you
can,
got to remember that
right?
it's
He knows how to do
completely
it.
the
And
angle.
then you see, you know, even there, I mean, the waist is pretty thick. It's pretty thick.
Yep.
Right? Because he is shorter too, he is compact, so
Yeah.
that's not helping him. But yeah, that's a bigger midsection.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so that's my pull on him. But he had a guest posing this weekend in Canada. It was a show, Peter Muscle contest. So
Yeah.
some,
Where was it?
I think it was in Ontario.
It was here in Ontario, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So guest posing. So although he just competed, so he's super lean, but
Yeah, yeah. He's not as full as he would normally have been.
no.
So
And then yeah, he was guest posing with Quentin.
yeah, wow. Yeah, yeah.
not as
Well,
lean as
look at the chest. Look at the chest difference, eh?
yeah.
Yeah,
So, he is another athlete that has potential to kind of have the same route that Samson Dauda,
yeah.
right? He's
Well, it
tall.
looks like he's got that big rib cage too. I mean, the chest just sitting on top of it, and just you know, kind of Arnold-esque when he does that, hits that side chest pose.
Yeah. But I was looking back at some of his like actual competition photos, like, and I can see some weaknesses. So I can see it in the side quad here, like it's a
Yeah,
little narrow when
yeah.
he pulls all the fat off. Looks great in the off season when he's got that thickness and roundness, but then he
When he's dialing it
down. He
in.
looks like a different guy here, right? That's his
Yeah,
last.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
That's 2020. That's last year. So obviously he's gotten a little bit bigger, but he does come in great condition for shows, so that's not a problem for him. But
But
there's
yeah,
still
the leg needs.
some weaknesses. It's just the
Yeah,
hamstrings come up. You can see right here.
yeah.
Right. But great condition.
That's just time, though. That's just time.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a Canadian athlete. So Canadian bodybuilders, good to see
Yeah,
Canadian guys coming up the ranks and making gains, literally. So
yeah, yeah. Making a splash once again, you know.
yeah. But great off-season look for him.
Yeah, yeah. Agreed, agreed. Excited to see what he does this year and stuff.
And then Crizzo did an off-season appearance, guest posing.
Mm.
Uh, so you know, he looks good. He's got a great physique. I think he's got maybe a bit of a long torso is what kind of throws me off like
Yeah, yeah. Let's.
when he's hitting some shots. Or if his midsection is a little underdeveloped, like the ab muscles aren't popping in some of the shots.
Yeah, you can see though it's
It's not,
how they're actually you know formed and
yeah.
where they tie in, right? So a lot of it is certainly not in his control type thing. Right there though, it looked good, but I think maybe it's when he's flexing them in a
I think he's
certain.
actually got his waist is kind of thick in a sense, but he's got such big arms. It's kind of wide, right? It doesn't
Yeah,
go in; it just goes straight down
yeah,
side, right? Like a T, not a V. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
I think he's dealing with that issue already in his career, so you can't make your
Yeah, I
waist.
mean, that's not something that's typically known to get better.
No,
You
especially
know,
gonna probably try and get bigger. So
yeah, it's just
right,
that much worse. So,
but he's got a good physique.
oh, he does, and he's fun to watch. He's fun to listen to. He's pretty real with it, and
Yeah,
not afraid to mix it up and
yeah,
get out there and in the face of people, which is what we need in the sport too.
yeah,
So, he's always fun and entertaining.
yeah. And I was looking at the shows that are coming up, and I was trying to figure out what show Sergio is doing. Because he's shredded, and I'm like, what? But he doesn't
Yeah,
say what
but I
show.
mean, he was supposed to do a show, but I mean, he got into that unfortunate accident and stuff.
Yeah,
Is he hitting another show? I didn't hear.
yeah. Like I just like I think he's doing the Brazil in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Uh, that would make sense, but I don't know what the passport visa issues are with that. But maybe he's gonna get down there. But he looks to me about 2 weeks out from a show,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
right. But it looks
yeah.
huge. It looks big.
No, he's looking good. He's always had the talent, the raw materials, man. And never mind the pedigree.
Yeah.
So, and he hits that famous fatherly
Yes.
pose that he's got the victory.
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorite poses.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy. It
Lee,
just
Lee Priest is another one that can pull that off.
yeah,
And those are probably the only three individuals that can do it.
yeah. You
Uh,
gotta have to buy. You gotta
Oliva
have the arms.
Senior, Junior, and you got yourself Lee Priest.
Yeah,
So, um, otherwise, I can't think of anybody else. So, if the viewers know of anybody else that can do it, I think you're hard pressed to find it.
I think Akeem Williams does it too, but it's just not the same. But he makes attempts at it. Um, so be interesting to see for these upcoming. We got the New York Pro coming up as well. So if we go to our page, Muscle Discord on Instagram, we'll see Keith Rose doing the New York Pro 212.
Yeah,
Another great physique. And I just posted Keone.
yeah,
Now,
I saw that.
and I was thinking about him, like he's doing 212 now. He was in classic and it wasn't working for him, so he went up to the 212.
Yeah,
And I think that's smart.
I think it's the right move. I mean, just look at him here.
Yeah,
You kind of tell that it's the right move.
yeah. He's tremendous physique. Definitely think he can be a 212 Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, he could be easily in the mix
Multiple
if not
year,
win it.
yeah,
So,
multiple year champion if he can bring in the condition. And I think he suffers from the thick skin syndrome, I call it. Same
yeah,
thing. Akeem William has that issue. It's just some black guys that just have this thick skin that it's just like
hard to get that feathering and that thin
Phil Heath thin
need to.
skin, or
Yeah,
even Sean Clarita. He's got that too. He's got that thin skin. It's
which just almost makes them unbeatable. So
yeah, yeah, like just shredded.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So we'll see how Keon does. He's in a full off season mode here, right? So he looks great. Tiny waist, full off season.
yeah, yeah,
It's ridiculous.
yeah,
The genetics on him. So, and we got Blessing. I think what is he? What 300 pounds?
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. He's really pushing it, man. He's going after it, I think.
Is he in my? Where is he now? Is he in Miami or Florida or
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Florida? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, definitely lots of potential with Blessing. The legs need to come up, and I think he's maybe got an injury in one on the left quad or something. He even admitted to it that he's got
yeah,
some injury there.
yeah. He's
So
got a little nagging
yeah,
something there.
but upper body is just tremendous.
Yeah.
Tiny waist.
Another big personality in the sport,
Yeah,
again, all very good for the sport, man. And
yeah.
bless got um all the blessings. You know what I mean?
He's gifted.
He's got the tools. He's got the tools. So he's going to pull it together, and we'll see
Yeah,
something big from the
yeah,
boogeyman.
yeah. Probably one of the best back lat spreads I've ever like. I've never seen
Yeah.
such.
And
Um,
it almost looks like he's not trying.
no, it's just that's
It's just like pop, pop, and that's
yeah,
it. It's out.
yeah.
So
Reminds me of
almost silly how easy it looks on him.
Reminds me of Oval Burke. I don't know if you remember Oval Burke.
Oh,
He
of course, of
yeah,
course.
the old
Yeah,
school. Remember that one?
you're going back. You're going back, man.
Yeah.
If you want to go back with stuff, I'm from the Nimrod King days. Okay,
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I
Yeah.
can go back. I can go
Yeah.
back. But he was running the Toronto Pro Show when it
Wow.
was really
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Um, back in the Nimrod King days, man, and he
Yeah.
had a great physique.
Yeah.
Nimrod had a great physique, man.
Well, and that kind of reminds me, us working on this podcast together, the kind of the experience we both have in the bodybuilding and fitness industry, and the insight that we can bring.
Yeah, yeah. Well, people don't know us, right? I mean,
Yeah.
people in the industry know,
Yeah.
but the viewers out there don't know us yet, and so they don't know what we bring to the table and our experience. But as we start doing more of these, people are going to get to know us, and they'll they'll have questions. We'll have answers for them, and we're happy to kind of show people where we're coming from in our experience. So
Yeah, I think as we discussed, we're going to talk about, our experience with one of the most viral bodybuilders on the planet back in the day,
yes,
Rich
yep,
Piana.
we'd be remiss to not mention Rich. So we've got some stories about that, and
Yeah.
how he was one of our athletes, and we worked with him. So and then of course
Yeah,
he broke away to do his own thing, and I've got a history there with Rich with
yeah,
5% a little bit too. So you know, people will start to we'll start to reveal ourselves and let people in on what we're all about. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice you switch over
yeah,
to the
yeah,
page and stuff,
yeah.
man.
It's,
It's still almost surreal that he's gone.
yeah,
You know,
he was
I think his last show was, or his last like expo was the Toronto one
okay.
before he
What
passed.
year was that? That
I want, geez.
2018 or 20?
I'm thinking 2017, but that just seems so long ago. But I
Well,
think it might be.
last it doesn't tell you the
Yeah.
17,
I
20.
can't figure out 294 weeks
Yeah,
ago. If
2017.
anybody can figure out
Yeah.
294 weeks, let us know. I mean,
Yes,
I guess
2017. It's 2017.
2017. Okay, yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I had a long conversation with him and Chanel at that expo, and
Yeah.
um, little did you know that it was going to be, you know, the last time you were going to chat with the guy and you know
Yeah.
shoot the shit, you know. So
Crazy. It's crazy what happened, but yeah, I have a lot of insight with Rich and in the Mutant days and
yep,
bringing him
yep,
up to Mutant and working with him closely. Um, and so I got some stories there to tell too, and uh, so it's gonna be a unique insight
yeah,
to him and working with Rich and promoting him in the sport.
yep,
Uh, and being the guy that was running the social media for Mutant and being the guy
exactly.
to post the first image of him and introduce him to the bodybuilding industry because no one really knew of him.
No. That's you're exactly right. And it's Mutant and him grew
Oh,
tremendously together because of that relationship.
yeah.
And uh, you know, his life was certainly changed forever
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
because of that.
He,
And I joined Mutants. I'm not sure
oh,
how long after Rich
after,
got
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
but wasn't too long after.
Oh,
And I mean, he was just so important for the brand. Um, uh, and Mutant was important for him and for his own brand. And it was
yeah.
just such a, you know, mutually beneficial
Worked. Just
relationship.
worked.
It
Just made
just
sense.
it's so worked.
He was a
It
freak.
was right.
He was a mutant, and
It
then
was a right coming together at the right time in
yeah,
the right place, and it's just, if it had happened earlier or later,
yeah,
it probably wouldn't. Rich probably wouldn't have been what he was. You wouldn't have seen the 5%. You wouldn't have seen, people wouldn't have been able to be touched by Rich and motivated by Rich.
yeah. That personality, that character that he brought, and then I think it was his personality accompanied by Alex Ardenti putting these feature films together on him.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
which not seen before in the
no,
sport, man.
it
You
was-
know, people were doing some great video stuff. Animal was doing some great
yeah,
imagery.
yeah,
Not a heck of a lot of video, but great imagery.
yeah,
But Alex Odenti created this. I mean, Rich was there. Alex just created this, and it just exploded, and people were tuned into this. It was the right time on YouTube. It was the right time. CT Fletcher too was that's a great one. Um, but it was the right time for all of that to come together. And Alex's work with the bridge piano stuff. I mean, second to none, man. Second to none. So I think we talked about we got to get him on the channel.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
get Alex on.
he's going to have some stories.
Looking
Just
forward to it. Because a lot of people go, I'll save it for the show that when we discuss Rich, and we'll go
yeah,
into
yeah, yeah, yeah.
connection with
Don't give
Alex.
it away now. Don't give it away now.
I don't want to give away everything, but there's a lot of things that people just don't know about how it all started, and so that's
Yep.
kind of, we're going to dive into that. So
Looking
all
forward
right,
to that. We do.
good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing on and getting some more episodes in here, and just diving into things and just shooting the shit. Just, we don't take
Yeah,
this
man.
serious, right?
That's what it's all about, man. You know, we just come on here and talk and stuff and share some stories and insight, and we'll see what people like, what people don't like, and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little slow right now. We're in between shows, so I really want to dive in and analyze the shows and the competitors when these competitions are taking place and
Yeah.
pick them apart. Speak truthfully about it, and I'm not holding anything back. I mean, I don't care if I offend anybody, but uh,
Well,
uh
it's never our intention, right? You're just going to be
no,
honest, and
no,
sometimes the honesty is not appreciated, but
yeah,
um, you know, I've always subscribed to the fact that you tell the truth no matter what, man,
yeah,
and you're not going to go wrong, right?
yeah,
So yeah, we're going to stick with our gut and tell the truth, and call it like we see it.
exactly. All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. Just a quick update.
Yep, that'll probably do it for today.
And I think the next one maybe we'll start with our Rich Piana kind of series and dive into there. And we're gonna start getting some guests on. We have a lot of friends in the industry, pro bodybuilders, that we can bring on, and I'm looking forward to that. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
getting into the groove, right?
We are going to get better, and it's the collabs are going to get very good here. So stick around, stay with us, and you won't be disappointed. Believe me.
All right. All right. Thanks, Matt.
Matt, I'll see you on the flip side.
See ya.
Later.
Yeah.